Hi, very good morning, my dear students and ladies and gentlemen. Today, I am going to discuss about you regarding labor economics and its industrial relationship, right? And let me discuss about this one. Before discussing into the content, let me highlight about what is labor economics, right? In this, the labor economics is a field of studies that explore how the labor force means the sum of all employed and unemployed people searching for job, searching for work, interact with various production process, the activities and resource involved in producing goods and service, right? The investigating these interactions and their contributing component involves studying the ramification of technological progress, analyzing how employers remunerate employees, right, and the comprehending the complete effect of economic policy and government regulations on labor market, right? And this is things and how the labor market represent the supply and demand of labor, right? It is an area, it is an arena in which employers and employees interact to exchange service, right? And employers attempt to acquire the most suitable works for the need, while job seekers search for employment that suits their requirement based on their qualifications, based on the based on their qualifications and skills obtained by them, right? Operating with a similar principle as other market companies determine wage based on how they value worker skills, while employees accept or reject offer depending upon the salaries or and incentives and other parameters which will enable the welfare or the desire of the labor force before getting into the segments, right? Here just we'll discuss about this labor economics and industrial relations, and today I am going to discuss about the scope of labor, right? How the scope of labor is being influenced in the labor market in the industrial relationships, right? And here we have I have highlighted few scopes: the labor supply and demand. This examines the factors that influence the supply and demand for labor, including wage determinations, education level of the labor, skill obtained by the labor, and workforce participations. Here, how this labor supply labor supply of labor is from industrial point of view, and demand for labor is from industrial point of view, and supply of labor is from human resource point of view. Human resource, I mean to say, the person who is seeking for a job, who is seeking for his job pertaining to the person pertaining to his desire, right? And what about human capital? Human capital is nothing but the investigating the role of education's training, experience on investment in human capital, and understanding how this investment contributes to individual and societal economic outcome. Right? Here, this human cap human capital plays a major role in each and every country at the global level, and the country which is and excuse me, and the country which is investing human capital in a responsible way, that capital's economy, that country's economy is standing in the higher is standing in the lead, it's taking in the lead role pertaining to global economic standard. And what about the wage determinations? Wage determinations, analyzing the factors influencing wage level, including market force, skill differential, discriminations, and the impact of labor market institutions such as union, right? And wage determinations, it depends upon the factors influencing what is the category, what is the category for which he is being employed, he or she is being employed, and how far what is the level of contribution to this organization or to that unit or industries, and how much they have equipped with their skills, and how much their skills is being explored in the industry or in the working segments, right? All this will determine their wage determinations, right? What is unemployment? Here unemployment, it is nothing but studying the cause and consequence of unemployment, including frictions, structure and cyclical aspect, exploring policy to address unemployment challenges. Of course, unemployment plays a major role in unemployment and poverty are the two major evils of all the developing countries as well as underdeveloped economy, where this unemployment will drain the stability of the economy, right? And the country like developing nations, we have different type of unemployment, so called the frictional unemployment, structural unemployment, cyclical, disguised unemployment, where that is been it is a type of unemployment. This all is practicing in disguised in practicing in agriculture sectors, right? And labor market institutions, right? Here the labor market institutions, examining the role of institutions such as labor union, collective bargaining, and employment regulations in shaping the interaction between the workers and employers, because this labor market institutions plays a vital role in bringing the stability, in bringing common opinion or common view among in the premises, because the trade union is will be established in all the organization, in all the working organization, because to the main motive of this trade union is to safeguard the interest of the working class. At the same time, they also the working union, trade union should also take care of the employer point of view and the growth of the organizations or growth of the industries, right? And next we will discuss about the discrimination and inequalities in the workplace, right? Analyzing wage differential between the gender, race and other characteristics, and assessing the economic implications of labor market discrimination and inequalities. How this discrimination is taking place in the workplace, and how about this inequality, whether inequality exists or not exists. All this becomes a $1 million questions, how to address this one. But this discriminations, inequalities often engaged, often it is practicing in unorganized sectors, because an equal pay, equal work is given to the all gender, or to all the genders, and likewise the equal pay should be made, should be given to irrespective of gender, and inequality should not be focus, inequality should not be should not be visible in any kind of organization, because this will hamper the entire working process, entire working ambience, or the ecosystem, or the entire environment of workplace, right? And what about labor mobility? Here it exploring the geographical and occupational mobility of workers, including the impact of migrations and job change on overall labor market dynamic. Of course, this labor mobility take place based on the work opportunity, based on the opportunity open in across their boundary. It may be their regional boundary or state boundary or country's boundary, wherever they find suitable remunerations and all kind of supports or kind of facilities is given by the organization. Based on that, this labor mobility plays a vital role. And next we will discuss about the technological and automations. Investigating the effect of technological advancement and automations on job creation, skill requirements, and the overall structure of the labor market. Of course, in the current generation, in the current centuries, in the present centuries, all the systems, all the um, business is being enhanced with the technological updations, and now from technology we are moving toward an automations type, right. Here and the working class, the labor force, when they are not familiar with automation drive or automation segment, and they should be updated with the recent and update technology, because if they have been updated, their surveillance will their job will be secured. Otherwise that will be replaced by some automations, advanced technology. And what about labor market flexibilities? And here it's studying the implications of flexibility, work arrangement, part-time employment, a temporary job, gig work on labor market efficiency and workers' well-being. Right? Labor market has implications over all these part-time employment, temporary job, gig work on labor market efficiency and workers' well-being in all these segments. And what about the government policies? Analyzing the impact of government interaction, government interventions such as minimum wage law, labor market regulations, and social welfare programs on labor market outcome. And the government policies should always protect the interests, safeguard the interests of the labor force, because labor force plays a vital role in making India, in creating India in the job market, as well as in all kind of trades, because labor plays one among the factors of productions in this production process. And next we will discuss about what is training and skill development. And the understanding the role of training program and skill development initiatives in enhancing the employabilities of workers and meeting the evolving demand of the labor market, right. And here the training program and skill development initiatives need to be enhanced um, every year to the labor force, so that the labor will be in line with the technological updations, and that this will also place to enhance their skill based on the updation version of technology or whatever, because that will also give us a good return to the organization, to the companies, right. Job search and matching, examining theory related to how individuals search for job and how employers find a suitable candidate, including the role of information frictions and matching process, right. And this is a major challenges for the employee side as well as for employer side, right. Because some some are few labor force, they may have good skill, but they may be fail in they may be failure in communications, and the person who is good in communications, they may be fit in any kind of organizations, but then with good communications, they may be having they may be, the person may be lag in their skill, and these are major challenges for both the side, for employee side as well as for employer point of view also. Because after getting after having good skill, they few are partially the labor force cannot fit themselves as per the vision, as per the vision and mission of the organizations. This is, again, this will become major crunch, a major gap between their recruitment process, or their appointment, and their working their contribution process part, right? And labor force participation. Analyzing the trend and determinants of labor force participation rate, including factors such as demographic, labor structures, and changing societal norms. Of course, the labor force participation plays a major role. It is the factors such as demographic, family structures, and changing societal norms. This plays a major role in labor force participation, because few labor they may be very skilled, and they will be hesitating to move out of their family circle. They will be hesitating to move from their own locality. And what about the international labor market? Here, this investigating the impact of globalization on labor market, including the movement of labor across borders, outstanding, and the international division of labor. Of course, the international labor market plays a major role, because if a person who is migrating from developing nations to developed nations, he may be finding appropriate place to fit himself and to equip himself in contributing their skill in that organization, and to make suitable or good wage accordingly. And income distributions. Analyzing pattern of income distribution within the labor market and the factors contributing to income inequalities. Of course, income distribution plays a major role in the labor market, and the factors contributing to income inequalities. There are some organizations where this income inequalities happen between the gender, and that should be clearly defined by the organization in their in the agreement of appointment, right? Based on the contribution and based on the skill, because here we are studying labor economics, and labor economics should be underlined to highlight what is the how the human force, what is the sacrifice, or what is the contribution of labor force should be estimated by the organization. And that should be settled down with the fair wage, without any discrimination or without any inequalities between the genders, right? Human resource is always human resource. That should not be taken by a person. He is good or he is bad. That should not be highlighted, because when we undergo or when we study labor economics, we understand how the individual, how the labor force is sacrificing their skill. It may be intellectual, or it may be hard work, physical skill, or intellectual skill. At what extent they are sacrificing their are contributing to the organization, in return how much they have been paid by the employer point of view, right? Thank you dear students, and thank you dear viewers. Thank you. We will meet once again. Thank you.